Hi, hello, and welcome back. Right, so today I'm going to show you guys how you can build your ship, any ship, even if it's a starter build, if it's something more advanced, something end game. This is the way I'm doing it. Now, if you have seen my previous designs, you're going to figure out that they are all in a way in one piece. So yeah, I'm usually starting like this. I'll start first creating the frame of the ship, and the way I'm doing this, I'm using only and mainly edge. So in this case, titanium edge. Now I'll take this as the middle of the ship, the top of the ship. And what I'm gonna do, I'll try and modify this. As you can see right now, I have the grid size at 0.001. This is something you can modify yourself based on your needs. I'll go with this one 0.5, so it has a fixed number, and here as well. That's gonna give me a lot more control to not ruin things. Another thing, make sure you have mirror on, and let's see, I'm gonna lower this to 50%, and now this is 1 by 1 by 1, and I'll go even lower than that, and that's now 5 by 5, which my smallest size can be that. Okay, so we'll go with this one. So I'll start with kind of this shape, and then flip it. But what I'm gonna do now, this one, I'm gonna start modifying it. So I'll just copy this again, Control C, Control V, Shift, press R, rotate it to this. And now I'm just gonna increase this by, let's see, 0.5. Let's say 75, like that. I'll copy this and place it back. Oh, it's saving at the moment, apparently. Cool. Holding Shift to have the same shape. It's very crucial that you have middle snap, because no matter how good you are gonna fuck things up. So again, now I'm copying these two shapes, and now I'm dragging them more and more and more. I don't care at the moment about the exact size of this. Okay. Now let's say I like this how it is right now. Let's actually make it a bit larger, like that, and a bit more, and something like this. I like this. This can be one of the shapes. And now I'll place a hole on this one, and I'll make it 1 just for the sake of it. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'll take this again, and now I'll flip it to that. Okay, it's the same shape as this one, and now I'll just lower it bit by bit, more and more. Nope, I don't actually want it like that, but that's fine. And what I'm gonna do now, I'll have a very sharp edge here, And now I'm starting to decrease it by 2 and more. And I have this at the moment. I'll copy this edge, I'll place it here, remove this one, place a hole here, which is gonna be something like this, and that's fine. I'll take another edge, I'll flip it, I'll drag this even longer, something like that. Oop, not good. And now I'll flip this again, and I have something like this. So this is the back of the ship. And I'll start working with it once again, bit by bit, making it smaller and smaller and smaller. And let's say I want this to have a different shape. And I can do this by doing this. Right? Once I did that, this is gonna change things a bit, and then you're gonna see in a couple of moments. And this one, so I copied these two shapes. Let's actually, by pressing F, you're gonna center your camera to where the block is. So I just did that, copying the blocks, Control V, and now pressing, come on, pressing D so you can drag it, and I'll just do that, and more and more, so I can have this nice curve and this nice edge there. And now I want it to have a bit of a different shape. Let's make it smaller, like that. And now I'll go again like that. And now I want to go somehow get here. And to do that, it's very, very simple. I'll go longer and longer with this one. Something like that. And now I'll place here another hole, and that's just fine. Copy this again, but now I'll just flip it like that. I'll make it smaller though, but here's what's happening here, because I didn't took the proper size of it and pressed some other button, like that was probably D or S. The thickness changed, and pressing D again, making it smaller. Oops. Sometimes the ship is gonna ask you, that's how I want to call it. Sometimes the ship is gonna ask you for different shapes, like some randomly. I kind of want to believe that the ship will have its own personality, as I can say. So when I see something like how it happened earlier, there was a longer block, something like this. I'll just use that, and I'll leave it as so. Like this one, for example. Right, so we'll do the same thing here. Now this is gonna match. It should match at least. We need to remove that. So on lock, placing back the lock. Place this one here, flip it, and rotate it. And now I'll just copy these because they are the same shapes. Come on. There we go. And D again. And I'll start going larger with this one. Let's see where we are with this one. Here. Now I'll start to go lower. Now these are the same thickness and they will match. Again, so the ship is asking me to do something else, which I don't want at the moment. So I'll just keep following this. Let's see where we are. Somewhere there. Just do this. And then do that. And this. Okay. Let's see. This might be the same. No, it's not. So I have to drag this one by a tiny bit. What I can do just this by 1. I think that should be enough. So it matches, it aligns with the one on top. And I can verify that by doing something like this. And I think it needs another 0.5. So it aligns exactly like to that. Or even lower actually. But 0.5 should be enough. So I'll place another one here. And now this is too thin and the game does not like that. Merge these two blocks. Now that's a bit thinner, thicker. I'll copy this side on the top. Actually, just one of it. Flip it. And then flip this one as well. Rotate it. And again, do the same with this one. So I have something like that now. Let's see how is this gonna turn out. Probably a bit of a discrepancy here. Yes, it is. But that's fine. Probably that's gonna be good. Probably. Let's see. Oh, okay, so a bit longer. Right. That looks good. Yeah. Okay. This one here. Right. So these are now aligned. Right? Now, we have the frame of the ship at the moment. And this, this can turn beautifully. Another thing you can do now, the inside edges, you can modify them into hull or into, let's say, generators. Alright, like that, all of them. And inside here you can place whatever you want. And what I mean by that is this. You go until the top, and now your ship is gonna have stats. By doing this in line, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to set up your systems, your thrusters, your whatever you want, right? Has acceleration. I can place an engine somewhere here as well. Now keep in mind this is the front of the ship. Alright, I can place another dampener here. And what else? So let's place a container as well here. So I'll just hold down Alt, modify the previous block. Okay. And then go up until there. And now this ship kind of has everything it needs to move. Probably need one more thruster. Yeah. Somewhere there. Okay, so if I'm gonna try and move with this one, obviously it has just a few of them, but I can move now. And the fun part starts with flats and corners. With this, I'm gonna give my ship a shape, and I'll start with the same the same length as these, and I'll do that. But the trick with these is the following. You don't want that. So if you hold down Control and press R, you're gonna have a different shape, which is basically gonna be your not a link, but matching point, like this. Right? So the way I did this, I'll place this again, because if you have it like this, that means you're not going to be able to place the following line, and it's going to be a hassle. But I'll try to show it again. So we have the edge on the corner on the top, and then we'll hold down Control and press R until we flip this shape that to the point where it has the face here, like this one, right? Something like that. You can also modify the existing blocks exactly like this one. So these are same flat corners, but in a rotated differently. So if I don't want to remove this one, I can just copy this one, hold my mouse on an empty spot, Control V, and then go back on this one, hold Alt, press R once, and then place it. And it has transformed to the shape I want. Right, back to it. I'm copying all of them, removing them, and I'm pressing A and drag this a bit further away. And I'll do this at 1 and 12. And yeah, that's fine. And I can do this for all of them. I'll not do the entire thing, but just a bit, so you can understand the process. Control and R is your best friend, always. Whoop. And that changed, and I'm copying this. Control V, and then Alt and R, and then press on it. And it just goes as I want. There we go. So my ship now is starting to take shape. I'll try and complete only this bit as an example. Yeah, do this as well. Now, I was planning to have this very short, but you cannot, with Avorion, you cannot go very... Explaining things, you cannot go on a short duration. I'm also trying my best to explain this as best as I can. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's the shape I want. Nope. Let's actually do it like this. So if you follow this design, this way of building your ships, you're never gonna have blocky ships again, ever. It's just gonna take a long time, but it's very, very satisfying seeing your finishing build done. And I'll give you an example in a second on what you can achieve using this technique. The reason I'm doing this is for like placing the block already is to take the same length as the previous block. And doing it this way is taking the height, so I'm just copying it, removing it, placing it on the previous block, and now I have the same length. Doing this, it's saving you a lot of time calculating exactly the sizes of previous blocks. For me, it's easier doing it like this. A lot easier, actually. And this one is the same. Okay, so let's see. One more. Well, actually, a few more. 1, 2, 3. I think that's kind of it. Alright, placing it on the previous block. And then I'm doing this, that, and this. Okay. And now I'll do the same thing for these. But now this is gonna be hopefully a bit easier. Wait, let's not do that. Here I'll place an edge. Like that. And I'll place another edge here, because I'll not have the size of it otherwise, but I can also place some other block here. In this situation, I'll place a dampener there, because why not? Okay, so I'll copy all this now. Have that. I've copied the entire shape, and this is gonna be easier for you to start actually giving your shape, your ship shape. Now you can go crazy with this one. You can go something like this, give your ship some sort of a different vibe to it. You can go exactly like this. You can go higher. All right. You can do crazy things with this one. I'm not gonna try and complicate it too much, and I'll keep it simple. Right, so let's see. We need this one here. So by holding Alt on your shadow, and then clicking with on your mouse wheel or one of the blocks to take as an attaching point, right? Like I just did. I can do this here. And now once again, you can go with this like that, or you can go inwards to make your ship rounded, which is what we kind of want to do right now, because this is basically the whole of the ship. My recommendation is, after you've done this, is to start filling your blocks based on your needs, because if you're going to do this later, that means you're going to build your ship from the inside out, and it's going to be harder and a bit more tedious. But right, Holding A, making this smaller, and the ship wants something like that, but you can do something like that as well. I'm not sure exactly why this happened. Okay, let's actually try and do this. We'll take it by bits. Right, it copied the lower side as well. Not good. We'll do this then. This actually shouldn't have happened, but it did. Is what it is. Wait a minute. I think I know why this is happening. Because of this. Yeah, so I had to decrease one of the blocks here. That's why this is happening. Okay. Yeah, smaller. And again, decreasing this a bit. And smaller. And again, smaller. Whoop. Yeah. Forgot to decrease it again. Yeah, like that. And I'm having shapes now. Nice shapes. Yeah, one more. And one more. Can go with this one very, very round. Now, if I want something crazy to happen, which is gonna be something like this. Whoop. Come on. I can. And I just gave my ship some uniqueness. What you can do now, you can go with edges here, and it's giving it another edge, right? Oh. Right? And if I'm pasting again this here, things are happening. And so on. Okay? This is the concept of me, like 10% of the concept in me achieving something like, what is it? Here, this one. Something like this. Obviously, there's a lot more to say, but that's the main. This is the ship I had, the base design of it, how it had this frame, and the sides. These are a bit more complicated. If you want to know more about how I managed to do these, everything like this, twisted edges, and also look everything in one place, like in one shape, with no discrepancies. Tricks on how to mash blocks together and whatnot. Leave a comment below, subscribe, ask questions, and they shall be answered. For now, that's all I wanted to show. I felt like my previous guide was lacking. I'll probably use this as a feature design and also as a way to explain exactly how you can build more onto it. But yeah, thank you for watching and see you again next time. Night out.